So checking out Bitcoin, today and tomorrow are going to be a very important day for the charts. You can see if we look at our macro chart, we're literally right down at the bottom from this previous fractal. So I still do think something like this plays out where we do either hold this region or we do come down to 29,000. If you look at this chart, there's really no data traded whatsoever between our supports at 30, 33, 34,000. It's a pretty straight drop down to 29,000. Like you can see, literally no data traded here. It's almost all wicks. If we come over to the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves, the price hasn't yet updated on the daily, but you can see we're just sticking below 34,000, kind of chilling around the 33,000. If we do look at the logarithmic growth charts, you can see the one deviation oversold, the utmost lowest deviation on this chart, which is this lower orange line. This has historically always been the bottom for Bitcoin, apart from one time where we did fall through it. I imagine if there was any time that we were gonna fall through the oscillator, it would probably be at this moment in time, considering how beat down the markets are at this moment in time. So yeah. Just a quick update, obviously 32,500 unchanged, that is the bottom where the logarithmic growth curves come in. So if we kind of extrapolate both of those targets, you can see 32.5 on our log growth curves and basically 34,000 on this touch point. Apart from that, there is no data traded below. So we've got this tight green box drawn up, like I said, from the price targets, 33,000 from your from the bottom right here, 34 to 33,000, and then the logarithmic growth curves coming in at 32.5, which we've got down here. So if we do lose this green box of support, as you can see on here, we showcased it over on the macro chart, but there's no data traded, so it would pretty much be a straight drop down to 29,000, which from where we are now, I mean, it's really not too harsh of a move. I need to update and add my price ranges for this new account. But yeah, you can see this could potentially be meaning that we could be dropping another 15% or so, and I do potentially see this unfolding, something like this. Either way, I'm sticking with the fact that I believe that between 33,000 and 29,000, this really has to be the absolute bottom, in my opinion, because like we said, there's no data traded between 33 and 29. There's no data traded between 29 and 19. You can see after the all-time high, pretty much a straight rocket ship up, 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then we were in this this huge range. So we've got no data traded in here. So yeah, just a few things to look out for. The stock market opens tomorrow, obviously tomorrow being Monday. The Nasdaq is not looking good. I'll showcase this over on this chart because we haven't got it over there, but you can see Tesla's breaking down from support. It looks like Tesla wants to push down further. Coinbase down 10%, weekly earnings coming out next week, so there's just a lot of stuff coming out next week. Weekly earnings as well, the inflation numbers coming out next week. Obviously we'll have another 3 or 4 weeks until the next FOMC meeting. We'll see if they're increasing the interest rate. If they are increasing the interest rates again, then they're obviously really trying to combat inflation, and at which point I could definitely see Bitcoin take a tumble if we do enter like a mini recession / recession type deal. But the fact of the matter is, you've got blue chip stocks leading the dump. I mean, things like Facebook and Tesla, Coinbase, they've been dumping before Bitcoin, and the SPY as well took a much harsher hit than Bitcoin. Maybe not in percent terms, but in terms of how much the stock market normally moves. The stock market's from its all-time high is down 15%, which is pretty steep for the stock market. Normally these moves get bought up and they're pretty quick. I highlighted this in some previous Nasdaq SPY videos. Normally whenever you take out the 200-day, it's a quick-lived, and by quick-lived I mean you're under here for 2-3 months at best most of the time. That's a lot of time for crypto people, I guess. But yeah, for stock traders, I could imagine that this would be over with at some point in soon. I mean, it's really a do or die right now. We're clearly at an impasse, especially for Bitcoin. I don't think it doesn't look like previous bear markets that we've had, in my opinion. We're really in uncharted waters right now. The macro is still obviously unchanged. Bitcoin looks great on a logarithmic growth curve. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Yeah, six weekly red candles as well. So I am still expecting a bounce. So, while we look at some of these charts and they may look like they want to come down to 29, I still do think at some point this week we're going to have a bounce. Even if it is a dead cat bounce, I don't see us getting 7 red weekly candles. I could be wrong on that one, but I imagine if we do come down to 29, it would be something that would get bought up very, very quickly. I imagine we could, see 34, but then, like I said, I'm expecting a green week. So if we do come down to 29, that would mean for me to be correct about having a green week, that we would at least have to come up to, your 34s, at least low 34s, because that's where we're sitting right now, 34,000 pretty much. We've just taken below 34,000, and obviously this can change probably by the time I've uploaded this. I mean, we could have had a big move by the time I upload, but yeah, just a few things to take away. Macro perspective is unchanged, everything looks good. Lower time frames, not looking too great for Bitcoin at all. Momentum is definitely in the favor of the bears. Tons of selling volume coming in today. Your oscillators are turning over at the worst possible time. We've come up to the heart line, and we're getting rolled over. Weekly, the money flow is still increasing by quite a lot. There's a lot of transactions taking place in the market right now, but as you can see, I mean, this uptrend, no matter which way you would have drawn it from, there's no more hopium on this. We've completely had a move below. So we're gonna have to look at the macro time frames, take it day by day. I think tomorrow the stock market opening is going to be a very important day for Bitcoin. So keep your eyes on between 33,000 and 32,500. A lot of people are asking me, am I buying altcoins right now? Am I leverage trading? I'm not leverage trading. I'm not really buying any altcoins. I mean, I've had a few bags that I've been in and out of for the past couple of weeks, and I mean, if you're a seasoned veteran to my channel and you watch a lot of my videos, that I've maybe been in 5 or 6 different altcoin trades in the past couple of weeks or so. I think only 2 of them are open right now, and that's because on ApeCoin I don't have a stop loss, but everything else just got completely taken out. Taken out in a profit. We got in at a good time, played from a position of strength, market reversed on us, we had stop losses in place, but nonetheless the markets are reversing pretty hard. So today is a very important day, but tomorrow we're coming into the 7th week in a row where we could potentially be red for Bitcoin. I would definitely be keeping an eye on 32.5. That's what the logarithmic growth curve suggests the bottom is. If we do fall out of there, I could imagine a very, very quick capitulation. Like I said, every time we held it perfectly, and then you get that one time, and it was a huge, huge fear event, absolutely tanked below it. We went from 7,000 to 5,000, and on some exchanges I've seen $3,900, $4,500. So I have seen lower than 5,000 on a lot of exchanges, so bear in mind. I guess it depends where they're getting their source in the price charts from, but we're pretty much here. We're pretty much at the bottom. So I'll make another Bitcoin video tomorrow as the stock market is opening. Like I said, it's going to be a very interesting day tomorrow. It's already an interesting day today, but like I said, if we see continuation tomorrow on the dollar, if we see continuation to the downside on the Nasdaq and the stock market, then it could be a very, very nasty capitulation event that we could be seeing down to 29,000. I'll definitely be having buy orders down there. That is all I've got for you today. Cowboy out. Peace.